Alright, I can't guarantee how long we'll be live, guys. Sorry about the delay. Getting into some settings there, getting everything set up and ready to go. I have been multi-streaming, well, not multi-streaming, but multi-playing, and it's led into some pretty late hours the last few days. So I am a bit exhausted, but we have come a long way on our Iron Mountain pit. We have a member of the chat that's been coming in and helping us on that. But I thought about maybe starting a new map and see where we can take it, since we have gained so much knowledge. And see maybe where we can take it. This is a newer map to the game. I am looking for a spot specifically to get started on this map, and I wanted to bring everybody along with me as I explore the options here. Let's see where I am on the map. Okay. So, unfortunately, I'm right where I wanted to be. I guess that's the fortunate thing. I did make it where I wanted to go. If you can see the map on there, that is the SOS is where we started. And I've walked over here, so I kind of had an idea in mind, and I think we're going to have to either explore this area more, or we're going to have to do a lot to make this area work. I don't know right now. And now I'm facing the wrong direction somehow. There we go. Now this is not a bad area right here, but it's not quite what I was looking for. And I really don't want to start out on a hill. Let's go up here and check this out. And the reason I am highly interested in this area is because, one, it's really hilly, but two, it is centrally located between the mountains. So, I'm wondering if that's not the little guy that we're seeing in front of us, or this. I'm trying to get an idea of where to start on this map, guys. This is one that I would like to do solo with all of you. There has been talk about us trying to go to a multi-stream or multiplayer type of gaming experience, and using this map to do that. I would like to familiarize myself with this map. That way we're not really starting out blindsided, should I say. See, we're completely surrounded by mountains here, and I really wish this would go away. I think I may go. I don't. Let me look here. Let's see if my thought might work. See if my idea might work before we get highly into this. Right now, I'm trying to figure out, do we want to angle from going on top of the mountain in, or just mine in from underneath? That is what I'm trying to determine right now with the experience that we've had already starting out. I'm wondering if we could potentially go in from the bottom and see what all we could mine out of these mountains. Essentially tunneling to each one. It'll take some time for sure. I'm just not sure how I want to go about it yet. I did have an idea, but it's going to be a huge ontaking, however you want to say it. Yeah, I don't know. Huge undertaking here. I'm going to get closer to where I probably want to be, and we'll go from there. If we're going to continue with the internet lagging problems, I'm sorry. Again, everything I have checked on my end seems to check out, but for some reason, OBS just can't seem to connect for some reason. So, the problems are just going to be problems. Yeah, we're getting back into some hilly stuff here. Where does this put us on the map? Okay. Alright, well, OBS is just going to have to error out because I don't know what to do about it. I am really too exhausted to try to fight it right now. Boy, even that looks like some hilly terrain there. Okay. Well, let's continue up here and check out this spot. We can always come back here and figure this area out. And I know, it's time consuming, but, you know, I wanted to do this with you all. I had started to do it without you, but I wanted to include you, so... I did start out with $1 million, like I did last time. Okay. According to that, we have to go to the right. I don't know if that is right. y'all may know, the Fireside is already on this map. He is at the top of mountain here. And I really don't think it's fair to start where we already know for sure where things are. That's why I kind of want to explore and see what else is out here. I highly appreciate everything that has been brought to me for educating me on the game. I am enjoying the game. But I really want to see what else is available out here and start a new map. And I think I'm going to stay solo on this one. Just so we get that experience of being solo versus the multiplayer style. Ooh, that's a big canyon right there. Let's try to avoid that puppy. We have been blessed on the other map with equipment and things, which has advanced our XP quite a bit. Just in today alone, slash yesterday, and I'm going to assume my headphones weren't fully charged when I charged them because they actually died while trying to finish up today. So I want to head down into this valley here a little bit. Like I said, I want to explore before we just jump in and get started. I want to see if we can find a good place to start. I do kind of enjoy the tunneling aspect of it. But we may do some quarry style mining. Man, the trees are dense as crap down here. You can't see nothing. Okay, what do we got here? We are pretty much in the belly of the beast. Let's head to that peak right there so we can see out of these trees. We'll just call this area the belly of the beast. Alright. Well, we don't really have a flat spot to start with. We would have to make a decently flat spot to build our site, essentially. Oh, sorry, Twitch. Come! Hang on, guys. Let me get these dogs outside. Alright. Kids just got home too. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, I think we're going to start in this area. It's not too horrible right here. And we are fairly centrally located. Let's see how bad it is down here. Yeah, see, I'd like to get that out of my way. So maybe we set up right here, and we start with that hill right there. That almost sounds like a plan to me. We start right here. That'll be some easy money. Decent terrain to set up on. Not horrible. Yeah. Let's go buy us a dozer. That one's really expensive. What is that one? I guess the DX100A is what we're going to have to start with. And then, of course, we'll need to get a front loader as well. And we may not need a truck, at least right off. But we should get a dozer and we should get a front loader. That way we can clear and we can scoop materials up and take it to a sell point. As we get going, we will move forward into conveyors and things like that. So let's go ahead and buy that. Let's get us a cheap dozer to start out with. We have unlocked the mining equipment now. And as we unlock this equipment, it will make everything easier from here on out. It'll be just a matter of getting the money to purchase the equipment. So We're not going to worry about a haul truck just yet. Let's focus on making some money. Now we are going to need fuel. Well, let's see how much it'll start out with a, we definitely will need a sell point at some point, obviously. But let's wait just a second and see. Let's see how much it'll be to get just a basic little setup going here. Basic little setup. Okay. Now, if we start out with a simple sluice box, okay, we could dump it to a hopper, go into a sluice, and then go from that into a sell point. That is going to give us gold, diamond, ruby, and silicone. And then it's going to put out dirt that we can put into a sell point. If we can manage to do this with what money we have left, and we should, from what I have learned, we should make some money fairly quickly. Alright, let's go factory. Now, production. Now we could go with a wash plant, but that's going to send the dirt through with everything else. The slough will hold the material in it. So it holds this stuff, and then all of this comes out. That would get us started fairly cheap and easy. Now, if we went with trommel, okay, whatever material we put in there, it'll sort it out, and it's going to kick out pay dirt and dirt. Okay. The wash plant, you put in pay dirt and you get out dirt and other ore. Which would send everything to a storage point. And then we just go into that storage and sell whatever it collects. we do that instead of separating. I know we're going to need a hopper. Okay. Get a trommel. Get storage. We're going to need power. So let's go ahead, since we have the money, let's buy a big one. We are going to need we will need cable. Well, let's go ahead and go for the big one. That way we have it and we're ready to upgrade when we get there. Okay? Now let's see if we can get started with just that stuff. Oh, where to begin? We're taking that out. Okay. Shush. I don't even know what you're even barking at anymore. The key to running these dozers is just don't grab too much. You are going to find spots that are a little hard to get through. Just lift your bucket up and your blade, sorry, and back up and start again. If you get into a rough spot, you can try to see, I did not have this problem on the other map. This is a bigger problem on this map than what we ever had on the other one, as far as that dirt coming back at us like that. Yeah, don't take too big of a bite out. Just make several passes and kind of play with the blade a little bit, back and forth. Pick it up a little bit. Picking it up just slightly can help with some of the frustrations there. Like you see right there, just how you start your cut can make a difference. See, I lifted my blade a little bit and I was able to turn right back right. Now I can back up and I can get another bite. Now see that I've finished pushing my pile out. It's not bringing it back on us as bad. Grabbing a little bit more down than what I wanted, but that's okay. See, I'm going to lift up and I'm going to finish pushing this pile out. There we go, lift all the way up and back up. This is not necessarily going to work in every scenario, but it can be frustrating when you've got all that dirt coming back at you and piling it up, and then it makes it rough. It can be frustrating, most definitely. How are we doing here? We're entirely uphill too much. I need to go in further. See, looking at this way, you can't tell that. So, cut a little deeper. have come across a few issues in the tunnels trying to tunnel with this, but you know, it's not a tunneling machine. It's possible to tunnel with it. Okay, so gotta keep that in mind as well. Just don't get in a hurry. Don't push too much. As you can see, I'm working my blade, and we're able to continue going. Okay. Back out, and we'll start again. Let that material fall out of your blade. See there? Yeah, you'll start going up a little bit, and that's okay. Another thing I've realized too is not to get too steep of a grade, because when you come back down, the bottom of the blade will end up grabbing the surface if it is too steep. So keep that in mind also. I really hope anybody new to the game or looking for a new perspective of the game can get something out of all this. This is a neat game. It is fun to play, and I've been enjoying it. Multiplayer and solo both have been enjoyable so far. You gotta keep in mind, it is one of those games that doesn't have an ending. You can play to your heart's content. Okay? Dancing around. We took too big a bite. Okay. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not doing all that nonsense either. Back up and I'll get a new bite. Now, as you've all seen, I have not changed anything on this machine. It's just as it comes. I haven't changed tracks or nothing. Now, we're not up there in the mountains on snow and ice. But this is just going with the basic machine that you can buy right at the start. See there at the end, if you ever watch anybody in real life, they're going to get to the end of their push, they're going to lift their blade up, and they're gonna, if it's a six-way like this, they're going to kind of tilt it back and forth a little bit, shake that excess off. They're going to back up and they're going to start again. Regular dozer, just a regular blade, they just kind of pull forward over the edge of their end point, or they'll back up and let that excess fall off. And then they back up and they start again. See there, they're digging the ripper into the ground. You see how we got too steep right there. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Okay. You've seen it firsthand. I'm no expert. I am no expert. Let's see what on earth is going on here. How are we stuck? Get out of here. Okay, so we're fairly flat and we're getting this. I'm mainly just trying to clear the surface is what I'm trying to do, so. Yes, obviously we can go in a whole lot more. Blade didn't empty all the way. material pushed down here in a pile. And we can load it. See what we get. Shut up! The missus is home. That's what they're barking at. And it increases. I don't know why they have to be so verbal, but they are. They are. I love them nonetheless. I may not get this perfectly flat. That's okay.
Hey, Frank, the emu just jumped out. I gotta pee.
Alright, Chad, I've got to go. I'm sorry.